you're gonna see some amazing results, especially with your brain. You're gonna grow new brain cells. And so your cognitive function, your focus, your memory, your ability to keep your attention, your creativity, all is going to improve.
Up YouTube, LifeofRudeDude, back with another video today. I hope everybody's doing well. Remember, health is wealth. Please take care of yourself and your family. If you're new to my channel, or if you have not done so yet, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for this video, also hit that notification and the bell. This way you're notified each and every time I drop a video. Man, it is hot as hell out here in Houston today. Well, for the last 2 weeks it's been hot as hell, man. We getting into summer. We in summer right now. So man, June, July, August supposed to be the hottest months. Ooh, so man, it feels like it's about 102 right now. But about to go ahead and hit this gym real quick, man. Get like a 20-25 minute workout real quick. It's the summertime, folks, so make sure you guys are doing something as well to keep yourself in shape and get that heart rate up. But anyway, about to hit this gym. See y'all in a minute. All right, y'all, just got done with the gym. Was in there for about 35 minutes. Got a nice little chest workout. We got a back workout, and we hit that treadmill for about maybe 10 minutes. Got a nice little cardio burn. Ooh, and it is hot, man. When I tell you it's hot out here in Houston, man, it is hot. I actually want to try to see if we can go find some hills and run some hills today. May have to wait till the sun go down a little bit, but I think we need to hit some hills today. I think that'll be pretty fun, and I believe that's gonna be some real good cardio right there. Oh man, it's so hot out here, man. It's that Houston, for the most part, we got that humid, wet heat. Right now, man, it feels dry as I don't know what, but I'm about to head to this house and see if we're gonna find a park. See y'all in a minute. All right, y'all, we made it back to the house. Like I told you guys, I wanted to go ahead and hit a park so we can do some, hit the hills and do some sprints, but it is too hot out here, man. It's about 102 degrees out here in Houston right now. It's just too hot to do anything outside, unfortunately. So, on the way back to the house, man, I came across this video in regards to intermittent fasting. Dr. Berg breaks it down, the importance of intermittent fasting and also the benefits from it. For a lot of the naysayers out there who say that intermittent fasting isn't anything special and, you know, it doesn't do anything, take a look at this video.
Which was created by a high level of insulin for a long period of time, which comes from constant eating and eating a lot of carbohydrates. Now, if you do a 6-hour eating window, that gives you an 18-hour fasting cycle. That's pretty good. If you could do 18 hours of fasting, you're gonna see some amazing results, especially with your brain. You're gonna grow new brain cells. And so your cognitive function, your focus, your memory, your ability to keep your attention, your creativity, all is going to improve, as well as your mood. You're gonna be happier. If you were depressed, you're gonna feel much, much better just because your brain is healing. Plus, your immune system is gonna get stronger. You actually grow new immune stem cells in your bone marrow, which is really cool. Inflammation goes way down, and you start getting rejuvenated, you start healing faster, all sorts of amazing things happen. All right, so now, here's another problem we need to resolve at night, okay? I know this might be hard to believe, but there are some people out there that have a hard time not snacking at night. Now, we're not talking about you. You probably know people or friends or family members, but this snacking at night has to go. It's called grazing. I was a professional snacker at night. I would basically, after dinner, eat constantly until I went to bed. It was constantly putting things in my mouth. And, you know, nuts, apples, chips, you name it, that was me. So popcorn, oh my gosh. And that's very, very bad. So we want to get rid of the snacking. How do we do it? Well, we use what's called self-discipline. We have to make sure we don't buy any snacks anymore, so they're not available to us. You want to stay busy, because if you're idle and just sitting there, maybe watching TV, it's going to be more difficult. But I really think that what's going to help you is this dinner, making sure that you have a very big dinner with this fat. So you're actually really full and you don't feel the need for any additional things. But just realize, if you're like me and everyone else, you probably have insulin resistance, which means you can't absorb nutrients as well as you should. So even though you eat and you're full, you might not feel satisfied. There's a difference. Feeling satisfied is going to happen once the insulin resistance goes away, and especially if you're eating a lot of nutrient-dense foods. There are some things that you can do that will also improve that one point. Apple cider vinegar, okay? Maybe a tablespoon in your water for dinner. Apple cider vinegar has acetic acid. The biggest benefit of acetic acid is to make insulin more sensitive to help your blood sugars. So it's gonna actually help you reduce insulin. That's why it can help you lose weight, but it'll also help your appetite. It'll help actually insulin work better so you absorb more nutrients and you'll be less hungry. So apple cider vinegar in your water is really good. I would also, while you're at it, add some lemon to your water, lemon juice, okay? Maybe a teaspoon, maybe a half of a lemon, maybe a whole lemon. This way you can have things like vitamin C if it's fresh, or citric acid that can help reduce kidney stones and if you're at risk for gout, because sometimes when you're doing fasting, your uric acid goes up, which acts as an antioxidant, but it can flare up gout. So just add the lemon and apple cider vinegar in your water when you drink this for dinner. Another suggestion are these things called vegetables, okay? I highly recommend you consume more vegetables. And I'm talking about like a big salad. I will do my big salad either in the first meal or the second meal. Now my meal is actually about right here. So I might eat at 3 and then at 6. So I have a very, very short eating window. It's hard for me to eat all the calories in one meal, so I spread it out within like maybe 3, maybe 4 hours. But that's just me. I just want to focus right now on not necessarily going beyond this 18 and 6, but let's say you're eating at 12 and 6. To make it easy, you can add a salad right here, and a salad right here, or you can just have a very big salad. The salad that you eat should be eaten in the beginning of the meal. Why? Because if you eat the protein first, I have found that the chances of you eating that salad are going to be slim to none because you're now filled up with the protein. So I always recommend eat the salad first and then eat your protein and fat second. It seems to work, but again, that's just a minor point. Now, why do we need the salad? Well, it's going to give you more potassium and magnesium, which is going to help that insulin problem I talked about. Also, it's going to give you energy. Also, it's going to prevent cramping in your legs, and it's going to prevent keto fatigue, etc., etc. The fiber in the vegetables feeds the microbes, and that's what the microbes live on. So you're feeding your microbes, they get to eat something, and then what they do is they change it into a type of fat, which actually is really good for your blood sugars. So I found that if I don't consume large salads, that I don't feel quite right. In fact, it's harder to get into keto, and it's not going to go as smooth. Also, the vegetables are really good for your liver, and you're just going to feel cleaner if you do that. And you can switch it out. You can have just vegetables, okay, sometime, or just a salad other time. If you do the vegetables, you don't need the quantity. You don't need 10 cups of like broccoli, right? So you do smaller, maybe half the amount. And then for salad, because it's not as dense, you can have more of that. The salads, the apple cider vinegar, eating more fat at the end of the meal is going to help you avoid this snacking. Now, I want to just mention something about cholesterol because this question keeps coming up over and over and over and over again. What happens if my cholesterol goes up? It happens with a percentage of the population. Usually it goes down, but in some people it goes up, like my wife. And people are concerned. They go to the doctor and like, oh my gosh, my cholesterol is high because I'm eating all this fat. Well, if you really understand what's happening, it's not going to be that scary because when you burn fat, a certain portion of that fat is cholesterol. So it's composed of triglycerides, which you use for energy, but also cholesterol, which you don't use for energy. You don't burn cholesterol. So the cholesterol in the fat has to come out, has to go somewhere, right? I mean, the whole goal is to burn your fat reserve. So we have to get the cholesterol out somehow. So it has to go through this thing called the liver, okay? It comes to the liver. And if you don't have enough liver function, or you don't have enough bile for some reason, let's say you don't have a gallbladder, or let's say you have a fatty liver and you're not producing enough bile, then you may have a little backup of cholesterol. So the more bile you have, the easier it is for your body to get rid of this excess cholesterol. But even the fact that your cholesterol is high and you don't have the bile to break it down or get rid of it as fast as you would like, realize if you went to do an advanced lipid profile test and you found that you have high LDL, there's a couple different types of LDL, and you're going to find that the high LDL that you have is the large particle size. It's not the small dense type of LDL. So the small dense type is the dangerous one. You're not going to find that. You're only going to find that if you're doing high carbs, okay? So I wouldn't worry about it, but if you are concerned, you can do the test and you can see for yourself. And I included a video of my own wife having high LDL, and I explained that thoroughly. Now, the other thing that I want to mention, which is the icing on the cake, or well, I probably shouldn't talk about cake, but when you do intermittent fasting and keto together, within 14 days, 50% of the fat in your liver is going to be gone. That is huge. That is exciting. As long as you don't eat that icing on the cake, of course. All right, a couple other things I want to show you about this fasting thing. Green tea, very, very, very awesome to drink through the day, because green tea helps insulin resistance, okay? It'll allow you to fast longer. Now, there's other types of tea or herbs that are in tea that are also really good for blood sugars that will help reduce appetite, like green tea will, like cinnamon tea, using the herb Garcinia, ginseng, ginger, are all really good to lower your appetite. So that's just an extra little tip. If you exercise, okay, I'm gonna recommend you not do any type of pre-workout drink with a carbohydrate or even protein. I wouldn't recommend any post-drink or taking any amino acids while you're working out, before or after. Why? Because here you are, you just worked out and you created this amazing effect with growth hormone. And as soon as you start eating something, you basically kind of nullify a lot of those results, especially if it's carbohydrate and even if it's protein, okay? You're doing some protein powder. So realize, as far as the nutrients around that exercise, especially amino acids, you're gonna get enough amino acids from the meals, okay? So you don't have to worry about putting back these amino acids, because really most of them tend to even just turn to sugar, like the branch amino acids. So I wouldn't recommend eating around that exercise. Keep your fasting consistent, okay? The other point I want to bring up is supplements. When people fast, a lot of times they have symptoms like keto fatigue, keto flu, they might get cramps, they might have thyroid symptoms. All that means is that you're probably deficient in certain nutrients, because the demand for certain nutrients go higher, and maybe you haven't been eating nutrient-dense foods for a while. So what you need to do is just make sure you just take B vitamins, natural ones. I recommend nutritional yeast and electrolytes. And I would recommend an electrolyte powder that also has trace minerals. I'll put a link down below of the one that I recommend. That way you can get the trace minerals and the electrolyte minerals with high amounts of potassium, which is going to help you. Potassium is needed in large amounts in the body. I'm talking like 4,700 milligrams. So,
all right, y'all, comment below. Let me know what you thought of that video and Dr. Berg and the information that he provided regarding intermittent fasting. As you guys saw in the video, he stated, based on the study and information that he has, intermittent fasting helps regrow brain cells. It helps heal the body, and there's many other benefits to it. There's a lot of naysayers who say intermittent fasting does nothing for the body. The science and the proof is there. Check out the video. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, LifeofRudeDude, and motivated.millionaire_LLC. Make sure you guys also stop by the merch store, get yourself a hoodie, a t-shirt, or something. I greatly appreciate you guys supporting the campaign. Remember, health is wealth. Please take care of yourself and your family. We're going to 1 million with everything.